I realized I have a small brain. Because Big Brain Time says I should have remembered. How could he have possibly known about knife coming from the dining room? Because Big Brain Time says he didn't know that the knife was found out to be from the dining room. It was already thought to be from the study. Shouldn't it have been in the study? What? But Miss Sykes, didn't we establish that the knife that was placed in the study was not the murder weapon? Because it was taken by Ken Forza? Yes, Your Honor. That's true. But the rest of the guests originally believed that this knife was the murder weapon. How the real weapon came from the dining room was only revealed a little while ago, before this witness even took the stand. Oh! I had small brain until now. Until I looked at walkthrough. Walkthrough told me I have small brain, cause stupid me. Sorry for all the waste of time in the last video. Cause clearly I had small brain fever. As he's reminded us numerous times, this witness was in this lobby before taking the stand. He wouldn't have had the opportunity to learn about the real murder weapon unless he knew about it before he came into court today. The only person who should have known besides Ken is the person who took the knife from the dining room that night. Oh dear. Objection! Aren't you forgetting something, Caroline? Had this witness entered the dining room itself, he would have been seen by Herr Ivan. But he said nothing of Herr Barr being anywhere near the dining room that night. Aren't you the one who's forgetting something, Prosecutor Gavin? Remember what happened 3 years ago? The witness had his wife, Grace, retrieve the knife from the dining room for him. And just like that time, Grace's first destination on reaching the manor was that room. She brought the knife to the lounge, where she passed it over to this witness. Yeah, Miss Barr, is this true? Yes, I'm afraid so. What are you saying, Grace? Oh, and why, might I ask, did you not mention this before? I was afraid of what my husband might do if I told the truth. I already betrayed him once. Like before, Ronald forced me to get that knife for him. Then he told me that I had to vouch for his alibi and say that we were in the lounge the whole time. But the truth is that after I gave it to him, he went into the library next door. I'm so sorry for lying. She really is terrified of him, isn't she? Poor thing, I can only imagine how hard this has been for her. Oh please, don't tell me that you're getting taken in by this act. Ah yes, of course. Are you all too thick to see that she's lying to your faces? That's enough. Mrs. Barr's testimony has proven one thing. You were the one with the missing knife from the dining room. The knife that, as we've proven, was used to kill Arcus Stratter. And now that your alibi has been debunked, we're led to just one conclusion. It was you. You're the one that killed Arcus Stratter. No! Huh! Then at least, we're actually getting to the end of the case. From what I've seen on the walkthrough. So, oops, I spoiled myself, but hey, I had small brain fever. Very well, I believe that we've reached the end of this case. If there are no more objections, I will hand down my verdict. And objection. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Huh. Wait. You're making a mistake. Come on, how much longer are you going to lie to us for? Not the one lying. She is. Huh? You're saying that your wife gave false testimony just now? Yeah, right. He's just trying to save his own skin. Just look at her. She's just another victim of that monster. That's what she wants you to think, you idiot. Can you see what she's doing? Enough! I won't tolerate any further outbursts, witness. Really? Are you all this stupid? Bailiff, please escort Mr. Barr out, so I may give my verdict. Wow. Yay. Wait, Prosecutor Gavin? Herr Judge, I'm afraid I am just not satisfied with this ending. Oh, okay. Raring to go. Well, I was about to declare the defendant not guilty, so I can't imagine you would be. It's not that. All I'm saying is that we should hear what the witness has to say. Huh? Don't tell me you're actually listening to that creep. Listen to me, Fraulein. The only evidence that supposedly proves Herr Barr's guilt is his wife's testimony. Should we not check whether it holds up to the slightest bit of scrutiny? You want me to cross-examine her? Please, just indulge me a bit. But we already know he's guilty. If I drag this trial out any longer, I risk the suspicion landing back on Mr. Wright. It's obvious that what I'm supposed to do here, right? Dots! Athena? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I don't think I can let this end like this. Now, I will do it for the other ending, if there is another ending. Push for a verdict. Of course. I mean, I know that Mr. Wright didn't kill anyone. That's why I have to end this trial right now. I just have to end it. Athena, you have doubts, don't you? Mr. Wright, you shouldn't walk away from something you aren't sure about. I came here to prove my innocence, yes. But is this really how you want things to end? Wow. You shouldn't leave here with any regrets. Regrets? Regrets. Regrets. I don't have any regrets, do I? Do I? Push for verdicts! Of course! I mean, I know that Mr. Wright didn't kill anyone. That's why I have to end this trial right now. I just have to end it. Yeah. Seriously? Okay. Okay. Athena? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I don't think I can let it end like this. I just need to be certain. Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way. It forces you into this route. God dang it. Well, looks like the review continues. Miss Sykes, please wait, Your Honor. I agree with the prosecutor, Gavin. You do? Nice. Danke, Fraulein. I'm sorry for any Germans that might come across these videos, but I do my best. I do my best pronouncing of foreign words. Or other languages' words. Kein problem, Herr Gavin. Well, if the defense agrees, I suppose I have no choice, but I'm sorry, Mr. Barr, but could you please testify before the court? But it's nothing to worry about. Just tell us once more about your actions on the night of Herr Stratter's death. Yes, of course. I think you made the right call, but make sure you watch your step here. One wrong move and your carefully built case could come crashing back down. I know, I just need to be sure. Miss Barr, please begin. Now, of course, I didn't actually really pay attention to the walkthrough, so... But I think this comes into play again. I don't know. All devices planned to murder Arcus after he learned about the true nature of his scheme. His motive was to stop the game before his crime from 3 years ago was revealed. He told me about this when we met in the lounge, and he forced me to retrieve the knife for him. Once I handed it over, Ronald went upstairs using the secret passage in the library. Okay. I see. So you retrieved the murder weapon for your husband, just as you did in the case 3 years ago. That's correct. The guilt has been weighing on me all this time. I felt like I had no other choice but to comply. What do you think, Athena? I'm not sure. Grace seems sincere enough, but I can't help but feel that there's something off about her. Take it away, Fraulein. As an accomplice. All devices planned, murder, Arcus, press. At what point do you think that Ronald figured out what Arcus was planning? I'm sure he must have known from the moment that we had the rules explained to us. It would have been when we were all gathered in the main hall at the very beginning. It was clear from the start that the victim in the game was a reference to Shredder's daughter. He knew that from the envelope he was given that we were being blackmailed into participating. If that's the case, Ronald must have been planning to kill Arcus from the very start of the game. What was to stop the game before his crime from 3 years ago was revealed. What about you? Were you worried that he would be exposed as an accomplice? I was torn. I felt nothing but guilt for my actions 3 years ago. I think a part of me was hoping that Ronald would get caught. At least then I could explain that I only did what I did because he threatened me. But I was scared of what he might do if I betrayed him, so I kept quiet all this time. Herr Barr will surely be incarcerated for his actions 3 years ago, and the courts will understand the situation that he placed you in. There's no reason to be afraid anymore. We only want you to tell us the truth. Of course. Thank you. He told me about this when we met in the lounge, and he forced me to retrieve the knife for him. He forced you? How exactly? Oh, he threatened me. I'm sorry. I don't know if I can bring myself to say it. Sorry, but... Let's look at this. Perhaps we shouldn't press the issue too much. The main point here is that Herr Barr threatened his wife with harm to make her comply. And I don't think it was harm. More, blackmail. Can leave the grisly details for another time. You were the one who wanted me to scrutinize her testimony. Still, I suppose this is a pretty sensitive subject. Thank you, Mr. Gavin. Once I handed it over, Ronald went upstairs using a secret passage in the library. So, you gave... Alright. Sorry about that, YouTube. The dogs be noisy. Yes, I'm talking to you, dog. dog. Just staring at me as usual. Alright. So you gave your husband the knife from the dining room, and he immediately started moving towards the crime scene? Yes, he used the door between the lounge and the library. From there he must have used the secret passage to get to the upstairs hallway, and reached the master bedroom, where Stratter was killed. In other words, the murder happened exactly as we theorized. Grace's testimony single-handedly proved our case for us. But if there's a contradiction in there somewhere, I know. You're playing with the fire here, but I just need to be sure. Should we take Grace's testimony at face value? No, we shouldn't. Alright. Grizzly, stop it. Lay. 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 Sorry about that. Let's see, Ronald devices banned murder Arcus after he learned about the true nature of his game. His motive was to stop the game before his crime from 3 years ago was revealed. Told me about this when we met in the lounge, and he forced me to retrieve the knife for him. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Objection!
Miss Sykes? You noticed it, didn't you? Noticed? What? Miss Barr, you told us that you only took the knife from the dining room after you were told by your husband when you were in the lounge together. That was a lie. It was? If what he said is true, then you would have needed to return to the dining room sometime after you met Ronald in the lounge. Except the dining room is on the opposite side of the manor, and the only way between the two rooms is to walk directly through the main hall. Except myself and Mr. Iring were in the main hall at that time. Neither of us saw you pass through at any point. Ah! Order! Order! What does this mean? It means that the witness has been lying to us. She couldn't have picked the knife up after speaking to her husband. Please wait. I just made a mistake. Just remembered. Ronald told me about his plan to kill Arcus before the game. That's why the first thing I did was go to the dining room. I took the knife, but I got caught up talking to Connor, who was also there. And as soon as we split up, I went straight to the lounge to pass it to Ronald. That's not possible. What? You explained to us that Herr Barr's motive was to stop the murder mystery game. So why would he ask you to pick up that knife before you arrived at the manor? Oh, that's right. We were only told about the game when we were first gathered in the main hall at the manor. Ah, I'm confused. At what point did the witness agree to be Ronald Barr's accomplice then? She didn't. As hard as it is to believe, Ronald Barr wasn't the one who planned out this murder. The one who actually planned on killing our starter that night was Grace Barr.
Take that!
There's only one other explanation. You took the knife of your own volition, didn't you? What? It's the only way this would make sense. It wasn't your husband. You were the one who, you were the one behind Arcus Stratter's murder. Death. But how can this be? You know that the witness first went into the dining room when the game began. She must have taken the knife and hidden it with Mr. Ivan seeing her. And then, when the two of them parted ways, she went to the lounge where her husband was. First, I thought that this was the point where she would have passed the weapon over, but we've just proven that Ronald couldn't have known that Grace would pick up that knife, meaning that he probably isn't the killer in this case. Grace, on the other hand, would have had the same chance as her husband to reach this crime scene, via the secret passage in the library. Access to the weapon, access to the crime scene. It's entirely possible that you were the true culprit, Grace Barr. Oof. Now, what was her motive? If Ronald Barr is innocent, that would leave this witness as the last possible culprit. Please wait. Aren't you forgetting that the defendant might also be guilty? But you already admitted that you were the one who had the murder weapon. In that case, Mr. Red couldn't be the killer. What if I lied about taking the knife? You lied? And what would possess you to do such a thing? I exercise my right to remain silent on that matter. You've got to be kidding me. Mrs. Sands, I'm afraid it's the defendant's word against mine. No. Have I just ruined our entire case? It's okay, Athena. We knew this might happen. The important thing is we're one step closer to finding the truth. Mr. Wright. Of course, the fact that you were caught lying to the court doesn't help you, witness. Plus, the defendant doesn't have any discernible motive. Are you saying I do? Well, Herr Strader did hand you one of those envelopes, Cindy. It means you're still hiding something. I'm sorry, but do you intend to work for the defense now? Don't look at me like that. Just think of it as me advancing the discussion. It's trying to bait her into giving us more information. Fine. You want to know about my role in the game? We appear to have another testimony at us. Very well, Mrs. Barr. When you're ready. Wow. Wow. Well, I'll be stopping the video here.